Welcome to Sonic Legacy, where we dive into the timeless tales and transformative tunes that have shaped generations. Before we get started, please hit the like button and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it, and it would help our little channel grow.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. That is Sonic Legacy. We're here to talk about music. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Orion, and a good friend of Orion's, Vic Wildcard Stone. Is that so? Am I pronouncing that right, Stone?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for not saying S-Town. That's
that's another thing I could talk about. That's a podcast called S-Town. I'm just meeting Vic, so we'll get a little introduction into this gentleman here. He is a rocker and a roller, if I can use those words correctly. Orion and I, we've met each other via a love of another band called Night Ranger. And we met each other and became fast friends because he's kind of crazy, and I get a kick out of watching crazy. Orion, tell us about Vic, and Vic, you tell us about yourself, and we'll get this thing going.
I mean, speaking of crazy. Oh, geez. Let's go back to 2010. I show up in Cleveland, and there's this band of a bunch of kids on stage. I'm like, what the heck's going on here, man? I felt like I took time travel back to 1987 and seeing old school thrash bands like Overkill and all that. And it turns out it was these guys. Vindicator opened for a power metal band that is actually descendant from one of the songs that we'll be talking about later.
Okay.
That's right.
Fear.
That's right.
And, ever since, let's see, I think it was a few months later, we were at Warriors of Metal. And I'm wearing some weird green T-shirt, and dude's like, "Hey, that's my band."
That's awesome.
Well, the rest is history at that point. The rest is history at this point. So, yeah, many stories that we probably shouldn't, talk about.
We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Don't
the
drink
behind the music episode.
Yeah.
So Vic, you're in a band called Vindicator, right?
Correct.
And now, what is their genre? What is because this episode is a metal episode, and I brought these two guys on because, as much as I want to think I'm metal, I'm really not. Not compared to these two guys. But what is Vindicator? What is their style? What are we talking about here?
We play thrash, so I mean it's in the veins of Metallica, Megadeth, not so much Slayer, but like some of the Teutonic stuff like Destruction and Sodom. So it's just thrash, which is a whole subgenre of metal, which is a whole subgenre of rock. So instead of boring you with all the nitty gritty details, we're a thrash band. We play metal. There you go.
Well, and I did go and watch a couple of your videos. Very entertaining. And I have to say, so what little you guys, you make fun of me all you want. I have no problem with that. My only real exposure to, and I'll air quote thrash because you guys may think I'm out of line here. A good friend of ours, Orion Brent, was a huge fan of Anthrax.
Yeah.
And that's what I know of that genre as Anthrax. And maybe, I can, yes, I know some Metallica songs and I know some Megadeth songs. I don't own any of their CDs, albums, whatnot, cassettes from back in the day. My extent is as hard as I get, just so you have a barometer, a Venn diagram, is Queensryche might be the hardest thing that I listen to. Okay, so you can see where. Now, oddly enough, I have a strange fascination with the Norwegian death metal bands. Watching their videos and documentaries and
absolutely.
And I can't say I love their music.
For later.
Yeah, I am fascinated by their dedication to it because it's impressive. And plus, I grew up on Kiss, so I like the corpse paint, so to speak.
The black metal. That's what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, maybe am I wrong?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, the official genre is black metal.
Oh Christ, I gotta write that down.
Yes.
I'm already 4 minutes in and I'm already wrong. Black metal. All right. So Orion, you've got.
We can discuss that later as well.
Absolutely. So Orion, let's go with you first. We're going to give us two what you consider iconic songs. Now, these aren't necessarily your favorite songs. They could be. the whole premise of what we're trying to do here is to get people to maybe expand their horizons, so to speak, and maybe hear songs or listen to songs that they didn't know about. So I reached out to my metalhead, my resident metalhead, and he reached out to his friend Vic. So we have two metalheads here, so to speak. Orion, you have two songs you want to discuss that you think are iconic, so to speak, and they could be your favorites. That's up to you to say that. But give us one of your songs, and we'll give a quick little discussion about that.
Well, song number one for me, and I know Vic is going to absolutely agree with this, absolutely, completely iconic, Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
It is an absolute staple in the set list. They did run into a little bit of legal issues that we can discuss later. But I mean, when you hear the start of that song, one, you know, well, the show's getting close to being over because they typically play it before the encores.
Yep.
But two, it is, I mean, you know, Vic will chime in on this. It's just one of those songs that if someone were to ask you, all right, I've heard of this band Iron Maiden, what song should I start with? And that's the song. It tells a story. It has every element of what makes Iron Maiden Iron Maiden. You've got Steve's bass, you've got Bruce's soaring vocals, you've got everything there that defines who Iron Maiden would be. If, you know, someone random walked up on the street and said, hey, you know, I like your shirt. What's it? You know, what song should I listen to by them? You know, because, well, of course, you know, they have just iconic imagery as well. But
yes,
the song is just one of those songs that, Vic, how long is it? It's like 7 or 8 minutes long. It's not your typical, you know, radio single.
It's a little bit longer than a radio single, but it's not super long. So it's pretty precise and to the point. But it goes through. It runs all the gambits that you want in. Metal's a very large genre, so when somebody asks about metal, you kind of want to start with something like Hallowed Be Thy Name to kind of introduce them to the genre. Given all of the elements in there. So it's got like the spooky lyrical theme, it's got guitar harmonies, and it's got beautiful orchestration. It's a good mid-paced song. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. Nope. I've been asked the question because it's funny that you know, Orion has said what he has said about like if someone asked, because on another podcast it was, if aliens come to Earth, they want to know what heavy metal is. My answer is Hallowed Be Thy Name. This is the song that you listen to kind of introduce an individual to. It's the most well-rounded. It doesn't, you know, it's not going to speak, it doesn't lend itself to death metal or black metal or thrash and all the other subgenres, but it is heavy metal in and of itself.
Yeah,
it's absolutely it's my it's the greatest heavy metal song of all time. I will stand by that.
Really,
absolutely.
So, I in talking with Orion again, my MTV knowledge of Iron Maiden, I know the hits, the Trooper, the you know, Run to the Hills, 666, Icarus, which is my favorite.
Flight of Icarus.
But then,
but
I went and listened to Hallowed Be Thy Name, which I know I've seen them do it live because I've seen Maiden twice, so I know I've seen it. So here's what I didn't know about it. When it starts out, I didn't think it was Bruce Dickinson because he's so low and he's the opening of the song. So I went and read up on it. This was their first album with Bruce, was it not?
Correct.
And of course, then the vocals soar, which is what we expect out of Bruce Dickinson, who I think. And you, Vic, you're a singer you could speak to. He's got to be one of the greatest, not just metal singers, one of the greatest singers alive.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a very good voice. He's maintained his voice pretty well over the years. He's not one of the guys who, you know, he can still do a lot of the stuff that he used to be able to. Of course, you know, his voice has aged, so some of that is changed now, but he's still a fantastic showman. He's still
Yes.
got at least probably 85-90% of his range. Absolutely one of the greatest voices in metal.
And I would agree with
And
that.
not to mention, he's overcome cancer of the mouth,
Mhm.
either
I didn't
tongue
know
or
that.
throat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a few years back. And when you hear him sing live, you're like, wait, how old is this guy? And wait,
Yeah.
when did he have mouth cancer?
Well,
he's
an
got
enigma
it.
too. I mean, he's a pilot. He's got
Yes.
like master's degrees. He's
Mhm.
a philosopher. He's a writer. I mean, the man is a Renaissance man of all
world
Renaissance.
class fencer. He's what's called a polymath. He's just literally good at everything he does.
That's awesome. And you want to mention the legal thing? I did read up on that, and I was seeing if you were going to mention it. And I didn't know.
So
who writes their lyrics? Does Harris write all their lyrics?
Some of
Not
them.
all of
I don't
them.
know if he's not all of
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
These days they went through some splits. Bruce left the band for a while and got in, it's your typical band infighting and all that, as far as
creative
my
differences.
song didn't make the album. Right. So these days they tend to do a pretty good job. Steve is the one that started the band, so it's essentially his band. But I think they've gotten to the age now where it's just, everyone throws an idea in and they run with it. Sometimes too long, like the last couple albums, but that's for another discussion.
Well, can I ask this? Has Maiden's music held up as they've gotten older? Because there are certain bands, Vic, I see you shaking. There's bands that I love that I'm like, you don't need to put the music out anymore. Like,
I will die on that hill, man. Maiden has diehard fans. That's fine.
Yes.
That's great. That love their music.
Correct.
To me,
yes,
I have not liked anything since Dance of Death, and even that was pretty weak. But I'm an opinionated asshole, so I'm gonna say it.
I
mean, the thing is, just because I don't like Maiden's most current efforts for like the past, almost over a decade at this point,
right?
I will not say anything bad about them as musicians and entertainers. They still have more energy than I'll ever have in my entire life. Their live shows are phenomenal.
Yes,
they will never not be phenomenal. They will never not be a phenomenal band. I just don't like what they've been, the output. The output's just not, it's just not that great. And, but to be fair, I tried to listen to Book of Souls and I fell asleep halfway into it, and I have not listened to anything since. So I haven't given them a fair shot since then. So I've been told that the last one is substantially better, but I'm just afraid because I'll listen to the singles and I'll go, I like 5 seconds in, I'm like, now this just sounds like everything that's boring. So I can't get into it.
All right.
Now their old stuff has held up. Also, I want to interject that.
I agree. I mean, I still, again, I listed the ones I know, and I have them on a playlist on my phone, and they come on, and I'm like, God, these songs they're still so good.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yep.
I played in an '80s cover band, and we once did The Trooper as a one-off. Just so I yelled out, "Play something heavy," and I was like, I can play. Because I love Nico as a drummer. Nico's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And anyway, Orion, do you want to go to your next song?
So,
move on.
Well, just real quick, I just want to mention. So, since 2010, Vic and I have had this repeating conversation, and I'm with him from Book of Souls and then Senjutsu, the newest one. It's just this meandering, plotting.
Yeah,
I can't even explain it. It's like they had to go to a triple album on the last album because it just noodles on forever, and you're like, "Come on, guys, end the song already."
It's just.
But I go 2 albums farther than Vic. Yeah, it's.
It's just.
I at least go to 2010's The Final Frontier. Yeah, but we both agree that
it's all the same. It's Brave New World came out. Brave New World was a really great record. And
yes.
Oh, I might have froze. Did I freeze? Okay. I might stop talking for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
That's
There's definitely something wonky's going on.
Yeah, it's back. You're back.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it. I'll put a graphic of Eddie in right there.
There you go.
There he is.
What he's saying is, we've agreed on this since we have a little nickname for Book of Souls, the Book of Snores. So yes, I own it, but do I listen to it?
Get it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. There's like 3 good songs on it, and then the newest one that came out a couple years ago, man, I can't even find like 3 good songs on it where I'm like, yeah, this is iconic Iron Maiden, but hey, when you've been in the business as long as they have, they can do what they want.
Yeah, I don't know where I left off. I left off somewhere about just I haven't been in what it was to me, all Modern Maiden sounds like the lesser songs that I didn't really like on Dance of Death. That's my final closing statement on the thing. Dance of Death was a weaker record than Brave New World to me. And there's some good songs on it, but then there's a lot of just what Orion describes as plotting, just kind of mid-pace, slow. And I know they can still play those songs, those old fast songs. Let's just get some energy back in the music, not just on the stage. Closing comment. Okay, gotcha. Orion, you're up.
All right. Let's go to song number 2. That band right there. Halloween's I Want Out. Nice. Absolutely an iconic song when it comes to power metal. And Vic has known me, 14 years now. If there's one thing that this guy loves, it's power metal.
That's right.
Explain to me.
Fun. What power metal is?
Yeah, so where does power metal fall in the family tree of metal?
All right.
Let me don't draw this out, Orion. Let me answer this one.
Go, Vic.
It's just fantasy, fun, silly, dragons, flowers.
Is it like Man of War?
Okay. No. But look at it this way.
We
black metal scowls, power metal smiles. There you go. That's what power metal is.
I sense a dig there.
That's great.
Some sarcasm.
That's great.
It's really the truth. So, it's not a dig.
No, it's not. So let
me say this.
You have
I went and listened to this
power
song.
metal in US. Okay.
Yeah, I went and listened
to
this song.
What's your opinion on this one, Andy?
Well, just quickly, I'll say this dude can sing.
Absolutely.
Because I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Absolutely.
And this would be my ignorance is when I hear the word Halloween, and again, I'm ignorance. I can't stop confusing Halloween with Grim Reaper's See You in Hell. Okay. Now I know that doesn't make sense. But I kept saying, man, I think I know this song. And then I played, I'm like, I'm wildly different. I'm way off here, aren't I? But I watched the video and read it. This dude he's got a voice on him, man. He's got some pipes.
Oh,
and I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
And it was a good tune. I liked it. I didn't know it, but I like it. It was a good song.
So to go a little bit deeper on what Vic was saying about power metal. So power metal it's fast. It's fun. It's not all dragons and fantasy. Especially when you get into you've got the US and then you have European power metal, and they are
that's true. That's true. Power metal is all
we've got. Yeah, we've got friends that we know. He knows through bands that he's played with. I know through working locally here with one of the promotion companies and that, and of course knowing people like Vic through the years, and a guy that we're not really going to discuss right now, Mr. Schaefer, and we basically you've got kind of two genres that really they're kind of distinctly different in lyrical content and feel. You've got your Riots, your Ice Earths, your Jagdpanzers, all from the US, and that tends to not be dragons and fantasy and things like that.
Correct.
It's a little bit more of your typical, normal stuff like Swords and Tequila, right?
Exactly.
But then
Maybe some sorcery,
the European stuff. Yeah, maybe a little bit of sorcery here and there, but the Europeans tend to go a little bit farther on the whole fantasy thing. Blind Guardian loves
And just overall
singing about Lord of
silliness.
the Rings, and
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. So we're talking about a band that 2 albums from now. I keep pointing the wrong way. 2 albums from this one, which came out in 1988, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2. They had a song called Heavy Metal Hamsters on Pink Bubbles Go Ape. Sorry, it was the next album after Keepers 2. Heavy Metal Hamsters. Also
Heavy
on the
Metal
B-sides,
Hamsters.
Shit and Lobster. Shit and Lobster is one of the bonus tracks from that album. So these guys know how to be goofy, but they also know how to be serious. So let's get back to I Want Out. Which one?
Yeah.
Heavy
Metal Hamsters? It's
pretty good.
It's ridiculous. It's
pretty
about
good.
going to see your favorite band play. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So Shit and Lobster, by the way. But getting back to I Want Out, you said you listened to it, Andy. It starts off with just an absolutely iconic guitar.
Okay.
You immediately know what's going on. That song hits and everyone knows what it is. I have not seen them in Germany. I have seen the song performed in Germany by the founding guitarist and Michael Kiske, but I have not seen Halloween perform it in Germany. We saw it in Chicago, and then I saw it again in Chicago and Minneapolis with Michael Kiske singing it. So Dude's Pipes are literally one of the best in all of power metal, hands down. I mean, and to this day, he's still got them, as evidenced by the show that Vic and I went to in, what was that, 2018 in Chicago, the Pumpkins United tour.
Yep.
So they went through a really, really, really nasty time in the early 90s. They fired him and hired a new guy. But then about 2014, I want to say, 2016, somewhere around there, they basically got all back together. They are now a 7-member band. They have 2 singers, 3 guitarists, bassist, and a drummer. Unfortunately, the original drummer from back in the day is no longer with us. He's been gone since 95. He passed away. But the 4 key members that were part of the core of the Keeper of the Seven Keys Parts 1 and Part 2 that came out in 87 and 88, which really defined the genre of European power metal, according to most people, including me. They're still there, plus the newer guys that they brought in through the years. And it's 2.5 to 3 hours of just amazing stuff, played almost CD perfect.
Really?
As we witnessed in Chicago. Oh yeah.
I like
absolutely,
that.
yeah.
The range that Michael Kiske has is still there. Even though he's my age or our age, Andy.
Yeah.
This guy at the bottom of the screen is a little bit younger than us, but
these kids today.
I mean, when you hear those notes start, you just know something big is happening. We've seen it with there were 4,000 people there, Vic.
I don't know. I wasn't. Yeah.
Balloons bouncing around, confetti flying everywhere. I mean, it's their final song of the night. They close with "I Want Out."
This is it.
It is the song. If someone asks you about Halloween, if they don't know "I Want Out," that's where you go to.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Well, and I will say I like that. And it's Kai Hansen. Is that his name, right? The guitar player. Am I correct?
Yes.
I like that he plays
the heavy metal god. Kai Hansen.
And Vic, you can probably make sure I say this correctly. He plays the Jackson Flying V or the V.
Yeah, I think he's got a Jackson.
Like the Vinnie Vincent style is what I refer to it as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a Rhodes, right?
Vinnie Vincent.
I don't know. I
think it's a Randy Rhodes model. I think one of the fins is shorter than the other one, I believe. So if I remember correctly.
Forgot about Randy. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, because I'm a drummer. So I mean, I can't. There's a guitar back there, but I mean, that doesn't mean I can play it. I just
fair enough.
It looks cool.
That's right. It does.
So, Vic, where are you at? You like Your Grave Halloween, or that's a
yeah, I mean, that's definitely that I think that's a good representation of power metal, and definitely a great starting point for Halloween. I wouldn't argue that whatsoever.
Good deal. That was Ryan's picks for 2 metal songs. We've got I Won Out by Halloween and Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden. Check those out if you're into metal, and see what you think of them. I mean, let us know what you think. You can always jump in the comments and tell us if you're right or wrong, or if Orion's right or wrong, I guess. Thanks for watching, and we'll get back to you on the next episode.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.